Hi everyone, it is Alexis here, and today I'm going to be having a conversation about waxing. So what made me think about it, I have my wax pot right here, and it just made me think about waxing. I never talked about waxing, and I've been meaning to talk about waxing for the longest. So let's get right into it. So waxing. I've been getting Brazilians for about a year and a half-ish. It hasn't been a super long time, to be honest, for me, but it's been long enough for me to gain some experience on the subject. So let's just talk about my first waxing experience. It was chaos, literally. So the first time that I got waxed, well, the first time I scheduled my waxing, for those of you who do not know, I work in a nail shop, and there was a technician. Her name is Mia. Hey, Mia. And she did my first ever wax. So the night before, let's talk about everything, okay? So I did so much research. I literally scheduled it kind of thinking like, oh my god, like I scheduled it but I didn't do any research on it, like what am I gonna do? So the night before my appointment, I did my research. I was on YouTube all night. I literally could not sleep. I think I stayed up until about like 3 or so, like watching videos and trying to like get mentally prepared for this service that I was going to get done, and basically having like a mini panic attack about it. So then I started doing more research on pain relief and how to like stop it from being painful and all of that, and what medicine I should take. I was like, I don't have any Percocets, I don't have any Vicodin, this shit's gonna hurt and I'm gonna feel everything and it's not gonna be a fun time. So I did my research. I literally woke up early. Like I wake up early anyways, but when it comes to getting to my job on time for appointments, it's a little difficult for me. But I was up early and I went to the store, I remember, and I got the medication that a lot of people were recommending as far as calming the pain down and everything like that. And so I got the medication. This is so silly now that I think about it. It's so funny. So I got the medication and everything was peachy keen, right? So I took my medication before I went into my appointment, and then once I got there, at my job we serve wine. So I went to the back, I walked in that door, said hi, said my hellos, and ran my ass to the back of the building and got me a glass of wine. I was like, nope, not doing this sober. By the way, even though I'm telling you guys about my first experience and like how I feel about it and everything like that, yeah, don't drink before you get waxed. It'll make you sweat more, and you might actually feel the pain a little bit more. As I've kind of did my trials with and without wine, I found that when I drink the wine, I just sweat more. Like I'm just really hot and the process takes a little bit longer, to be honest. So I wouldn't really recommend it. But anyways, so I went to the back, I got my glass of wine, I drank my wine, I was trying to get a little tip before, you know, all this happened. And also, I really don't recommend it doing that while taking pain medication. You're not supposed to mix pain medication and alcohol, but I did it anyways because I was like, maybe it'll make me numb. Maybe it'll hurt less. So don't do that. Would not recommend that at all. And the first time was very painful, as it was expected to be, but after I saw the results that I loved, I had to do it again. I had to. So I kept on getting waxes. I get my waxes every 3.5 to 4 weeks, give or take, depending on how it's kind of coming in or whatever. But yeah, everything was fine. Everything was peachy keen and going smoothly. So my girl she doesn't work with us anymore, which saddens me so much because I loved her and she was so good. And I made the crazy decision to do my own waxes. So now I do my own waxes. I use hard wax. That's exactly what she used on me. I have my own little personal pot here at home. And for me, it's a little bit easier because of the convenience of doing it at home. You know, I don't have to travel and spend a whole lot of money. I've been trying to save more money too, so that also had a lot to do with my decision on starting to do my own waxing. So my advice for Brazilian waxing is, one, don't do it around your period. Whether everyone's pain tolerance is different, but usually like right before you start your period, I don't know about anyone else, I'm really sensitive. Like everything is really sensitive and things just hurt a lot more. Like things are prone to be in pain and sore a lot quicker and a lot more. So I remember one time when I was still having Mia do my waxes, I think I maybe did a couple, I think like 2 waxes that was close to my period, and it was literally the worst ever. I would not recommend it at all. So I would probably say maybe do your wax maybe the week after your period ends. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, it'll hurt way less right after your period when your body's sensitivity and your hormones aren't going fucking crazy and everything hurts. As far as prices go, it ranges depending on the salon or spa or waxing center that you go to. It typically, this is based off of what I see at work. This is based off of what I see online and at other wax centers. Typically, the price will range from about $50 all the way up to, like, I think I've seen maybe $85, $75, $85. It really depends on the person. It depends on how much hair is there, how far out the hair is going, as far as like if you're just stopping at the bikini line, if you're going a little bit down, a little bit past your inner thigh, and if you get the back done. I always get the back done. I feel like it's just not cohesive if the front is smooth and silky and fabulous and the back is a hot ass mess. You're gonna want to find someone who you trust, someone who is clean. Not everyone is clean. I will tell you that now. You can't trust everyone to be clean, and considering the area, you're going to want to make sure that that is the case. Whether you prefer sugaring or hard wax or soft wax, those all are varying things as well. Soft wax is a little bit more painful, but if you have finer hair, it might be a little bit easier for you. Hard wax is great for thick hair. It'll grab everything, but it won't necessarily pull the skin as much as soft wax. So I prefer hard wax. Hard wax is my number one, even over sugaring. I tried sugaring, not in my bikini area, but like on my arms, and it was cool and everything, but I felt like it didn't do the deed well enough for me personally. So that's something to keep in mind. If you have a well-educated waxer, then they will be able to explain the differences and recommend what would be best for yourself. And it might take a little bit of looking around and experimenting with different waxers and estheticians and all of that. It might take a little bit to find like your fave, like the one you're most comfortable with, but once you find that person, it's like literally like an unmatchable bond. If you have a really hard time dealing with pain, I don't take any pain medication anymore before waxing. It's a little extra and unnecessary if you are a little bit more sensitive. Like if you are about to do a wax like a week before your period when you're a little bit more sensitive. I don't know if other women are more sensitive. I know I am, and I know a couple other girls that are. So I'm just throwing it out there for your sake. I would recommend maybe taking like a Tylenol or something maybe 30 minutes before you're supposed to be getting waxed, and then go ahead and get waxed. And it might hurt a little bit less. Like I said, I haven't taken any medication. This is just based off of the research that I've done as far as pain tolerance and all of that. Once you kind of get used to the motion, it'll go by really fast. At this point, when my girl was doing my waxes still, it took her about maybe 15 minutes to do my full wax front and back. 15-20 minutes maximum, like maximum. So it's not a long process. When you are done with your waxing, as far as aftercare goes, what I automatically recommend is getting some kind of oil or butter, like shea butter, or I like jojoba oil, things like that, and just like moisturize the area, keep the area well moisturized. You're going to want to, not the first day, don't do this on the first day because your skin is really sensitive the first day, maybe like the second and the third and onward. Just do like gentle exfoliation, even if it's with like a washcloth or with like a light scrub or something like that, like a light sugar scrub or something like that, just to kind of prevent any ingrowns from coming in. I would say exfoliate before you get your wax. Obviously you want to take a shower before you go get your wax with a professional or yourself, just to get the pores open, the heat and the steam, just to get the pores open and everything like that. And of course you don't really, I don't like smelling bad when I get waxed, so you just want to make sure your hygiene routine is on point, just to make sure everything kind of runs smoothly. Tea tree oil is like a #1 thing to keep on you if you are starting to experience ingrowns, or if you have like a history of getting ingrowns. I would say take your base oil, whatever oil you use, just to moisturize your body and moisturize that area. Whether that be jojoba oil, olive oil, shea butter. I usually just do a little bit of shea butter. And I take the shea butter, I do like 2 drops of tea tree oil with my shea butter mixture. Tea tree oil by itself, it's a little harsh on my skin, so it really kind of depends on the person, but I mix it in with that and I like smooth it on that area just for prevention purposes. I don't really have too many issues with ingrowns anymore. Maybe after the first few waxes you might experience ingrowns, just because your hair is kind of trying to like get used to being ripped out of your body and having to regrow back. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I suggest. I would say just be very careful with the area after the day of. Wear breathable panties. Don't wear anything too tight. Don't wear tight ass jeans. Don't wear none of that the first day at all. Like, it's not going to be comfortable because it's still the pores are still open and very like sensitive. So you don't want to cause any like excess friction than necessary in that area, let alone in general, just like normal living, as well as the day that you get waxed. So yeah, that's really all the advice I have to give you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything or if I missed anything, and I will be sure to get back to you. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. Okay, bye.